Welcome back. I am Claire, and today we are going to be doing another full body flow on the reformer. Nice strong springs today, so stay with me if you can, but at any time you feel like you need to drop down to suit you, then that is fine. I'm going to be working on a red and a blue spring, which is like equivalent to 1.5. So red is my medium spring and blue is my light spring. So both of those are going to be going on. We are not using any equipment. You may want a ball for your headrest if your headrest is like mine and doesn't come super high up, or anything else underneath the head just to keep you comfortable. But other than that, this is completely equipment free. So to get started with, once you've got your spring set up, just come and lay all the way down onto your back. Hands are going to be relaxed down beside you, and we'll just bring our feet up onto the foot bar, and you're welcome to close down your eyes if you like to as we come into our breathing. Start to focus on those nice deep inhale breaths as we draw the breath in through the nose down to the belly. Out through the mouth, and just let that breath relax, softly leaving the body, lengthening as you let it go. As we take our few breaths, just before we start moving, just set your intentions for your workout today. If you are exercising at home, will you be motivated to complete the next 45 minutes with me? Think about why you are working out today, how you want to feel when you finish. And as you continue with that breath, we'll take our feet to our wide parts of the foot bar and just start to gently float those knees over from side to side, getting that nice windmill, that twisting through the body, that release through the hips, down the sides. Lovely work. All right, bringing those knees up through center. We'll just give them a nice big squeeze into the chest and then release the left foot back down onto the foot bar. And our right leg is going to come into our strap. Extend that right leg up to the ceiling, and we'll just take a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. So the more you bend into your left knee, the stronger that stretch is going to feel through the right leg. Just take a few moments here to just find that length to warm the body up. Maybe drawing in and out as you breathe in and out. Finding a little bit of extra length with every release into that strap. Beautiful. And then holding here, we're going to bring the left leg out, our left knee out as we drop that right foot out to the side and just get that inner thigh stretch here. Again, that opening through the hips. You want to anchor that left hip down, so don't let it lift up. That's why we're sending that knee out here, just to keep that control. And again, just taking a couple of breaths before lifting that right leg back up to the ceiling. All right, so from here, keeping the right leg lengthened up, we are going to anchor our tailbone down, hands come down beside us, and the belly starts to draw in, just to control here as we lift that left leg up to tabletop. I'm going to sweep the right leg down and lift it back up to the ceiling. All right, so what we're focusing on here, first of all, is just that stability through the pelvis. As your right leg lowers, we want to tighten through the belly and breathe out so we don't arch through the back. And as the right leg lifts, we want to keep that tailbone anchored down. Just find the length through the back of your leg here. And don't sweep the leg any higher than you can without losing that neutral spine. So we don't want the bottom lifting up. Because we're working single leg as well, we need to have those lower abdominal muscles firing on to keep that pelvis nice and stable, to stop it from swaying from side to side. So think about hip bones pulling in towards each other. As you inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, sweep down. Now, the spring should feel pretty strong here, okay? You should be starting to feel that hamstring already. If you're not, perhaps you want to go just a little bit heavier here. We certainly don't just want this to be a stretch, which it definitely is when that leg comes up. We want to feel that work through the hamstring as you sweep that leg down. Beautiful. We're just going to go for 4. Every time you sweep, belly tightens, ribs pull down. We have 3. Can you keep that core on the whole time? 2, we hold it down on the next one here. Sweep towards your foot bar. Hold it here. Just bend that leg in and extend. Inhale as you bend. Exhale, extend. So we're taking that leg low with every extension. Once you've found your flow here and you've got that control through the pelvis, we can start to add that left leg on, extending it underneath the foot bar. Or if that's a little bit low for you, you can take that leg over the foot bar if that's your preference, okay? Pointing through the leg, have energy. Still no movement through the pelvis, so just check what your pelvis is doing. If it helps, you can place your hands just across your hips and just feel for any rocking here. Feel that tailbone anchored, that low back, finding that neutral position. So you should feel work through the thigh and through the belly here. We're just going to go for 4. We're going to add on here in 3, 2, and 1 more here. As you press that right leg long, can you curl the body up and reach the arms? Draw down, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Pull up using those abdominals here. Tuck your chin. Draw your chest towards your thigh. If it's too much with that curl, you can leave it off. We're going to change this up in just 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold your curl if you can, otherwise head comes down. That straight leg is going to lift up towards the ceiling as you lengthen your left leg underneath the foot bar. Now we bend that knee in and kick to the ceiling as you sweep the right leg down. All right, you can either hold that curl, you can either rest the head down, or you can continue curling up as you sweep and lowering as that leg comes up. If you need support behind your head, you want to take that left hand in and take the weight of your head here just to give yourself a little bit more support there if you're taking your curl. Beautiful. Still nice and stable through that pelvis. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the right leg to the ceiling, rest the left foot down, and come back into that hamstring stretch here. Taking a nice big deep breath. And then your foot can come out of that strap back onto the hook, and we are going to warm up the other side of the body here. So take your left foot into your strap. Let's start with that hamstring stretch. All right, we're going to reach that leg up towards the ceiling. Gently pull down on that strap if that feels nice for you. You want to bend into your right leg just as much as you can to lengthen that left leg as far over your head as you're able to get it. While we're here, take a couple of deep breaths. Just calm the systems down a little bit after that first round, that first warm-up. Beautiful. And then we let that left leg come out to the side as we drop the right knee out to the opposite side here. Taking that inner thigh stretch and that hip opening. Try and really anchor that right hip down by pressing that right knee out. And we take a few more deep breaths. Beautiful. All right. Let's lengthen that left leg up to the ceiling. Anchor your tailbone down. Belly tightens. Right leg lifts to tabletop. And we start to sweep the leg down and up here. So you might find you are uneven from side to side when it comes to the length of your hamstrings. So make sure you refine that position where the leg comes up without letting that bottom lift. So we want to anchor that tailbone down, keep the load through the legs here and out of the low back. Our right leg is just staying in tabletop as we lift and squeeze down, really working those hamstrings. So feel your hamstrings fire on. We get that little stretch as the leg comes up and that work as we sweep down. Whew. Again, you should be feeling that load pretty quickly with these heavier springs on here. Both working to stabilize through the pelvis. Stopping it from tucking and tilting, from swinging from side to side, and also using that hamstring with that extra spring on. We're going to sweep down, hold down in 3 and 2. One more, sweep the leg low. Can we bend that knee into tabletop and push it long? Inhale as you bend in, exhale, press, keep the ribs down, keep the belly pulling in, spine stays neutral. We can start to bicycle the right leg. If you can, taking it under your foot bar. If it is too low under your foot bar, you can go a little bit higher, taking it over the foot bar. All the while focusing on that control. Maybe take your hands to your hip bones and just feel that there is no swaying here from side to side. If it's there for you and you did it on the first round, can you add the curl as you lengthen your leg, lower the head as you draw it in. Maintaining that control, breathing out as you draw your chest up. Just getting that little bit of ab work here. You also get that nice stretch through the back of the body as you lengthen everything out. Beautiful. We hold it up in 3. Reach as you draw the chest up. 2 and 1. Holding it here. Can we lift that straight leg up to the ceiling and sweep it down? We're going to kick the right leg under the foot bar and then kick it up to the ceiling, bending and extending, bending and kicking. You can either hold the curl if it's there for you, option to take the right hand behind the head to take the weight of your neck and help with that core hold. Or if it's too much, option to either lower the head as the leg comes up and curl, or just keep that head resting down the whole time. Up to you. Find your position and continue to move here for just 10 more seconds. Little bit more strength through the back of that leg as we fatigue. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, stretch that leg up and take that hamstring stretch here as you breathe and just calm those systems down again here. Alrighty. When you're ready, that foot can come out of the strap. Give your knees a rock from side to side. Should be starting to feel a little bit warmer through the body. We are going to come into some hands in straps work. Now again, heavier spring. If it is too much, take it down, but short repetitions, strong load. That is what we are aiming for today. So I'm going to take my hands into my short loops. Arms reaching up to the ceiling, ribs draw down, belly pulls in here, and we lift those legs up to our tabletop position. Knees up over the hips, and we just start to sweep those hands down next to the hips and lift them here. Beautiful. Can we make sure we maintain that tabletop position? The knees press back, the ankles stay down, and our back is going to be imprinted. So we want to pull that low back down, pull the belly in. Just with this heavier spring, we support the back by holding that imprint. Adding on your curl if it's there for you. Drawing the chest towards the thighs, ribs towards the hips as you pull your belly in. Keep those shoulders drawn away from your ears, away from those shoulder blocks. We're not here for too long. Make sure you're maintaining that lovely form with those legs. We're holding up in 10 seconds. If at any point it's too much with the curl, leave the head down. Just work those arms here. All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, sweep the arms. Option to hold the curl if you're curling, otherwise head down. Knees hip width apart. Inhale, we prepare. Exhale, lengthen your right leg over the foot bar. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, lengthen the left leg and in. Maybe you go under and in. If you're in that curl, curl up more. Reach the fingertips, shoulders down. One leg is moving at a time. Our belly is pulling into the spine and we breathe out with every extension. Beautiful. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, feet rest down. Little rock through the knees from side to side. All right, that is round 1. Round 1 is done. We are keeping the springs where they are. We are keeping our hands in those shorter loops. And we're going to set ourselves back up for round 2. Imprinting the spine, legs lift up as you press into those straps. Our arms are coming out to the T. So in your T, we want to be just lower than the shoulders, just higher than the carriage, and we sweep to the hips, then back out to that T. Keep that imprinted spine, legs in that tabletop position. Pull the ribs in, pull the back down. Beautiful. We take those arms out. Don't go past shoulder height. Don't drop down below the carriage. Keep those shins nice and flat. The ribs pull down, the belly pulls in. Beautiful. Adding on that curl if it's there for you. Lowering as the arms open and curling up as the arms sweep to the hips. Let's go for just 10 seconds, then we will take a little breather. We have more after this. So do not overload yourself. Don't add on anything that we aren't at yet. So no legs extending, no holds. We've got 2 and 1. Arms open, feet down. Take a little breather. All right, so that load should be getting pretty heavy through the arms, through the core, that heavier spring. All right, we have 2 more rounds. Both rounds we're going to be doing, our arms are coming back out to the T. So same movement that we just went through. If that's feeling a bit strong for you, you can either take your hands into your longer loops, if that is an option, or you can drop down a half a spring or a quarter spring, whatever the lightest option is on your reformer. You still want it to be heavy, but if you're already maxing out, bring the load down. All right, when you're ready, taking your hands back up to the ceiling as you come to tabletop, and we're bringing those arms back out to the T. We sweep to the hips and open. Add your curl as soon as you are ready. If you're not curling today, just keep that head down. Everything else exactly the same. Keep the belly pulling in, the back pulling down. Right leg extends next time you sweep your hands. We're going to repeat just the right side. Right leg extends again and draw it in. Curling up if it's there for you. Sweeping the arms, lengthening that right leg. Beautiful. We're going to go for just 10 seconds here. Then we change it up again. Can you curl up a little bit more if you're taking that chest lift? That's it. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Next time you curl up, hold that curl for me, or just the arms. Straight leg lifts up as you open the arms. Straight leg lowers as you sweep the arms to the hips. Option to hold your curl. Otherwise, the head can come down, or you can take those ab curls with every sweep, curling up. All right, strongest option is holding the curl just for 10 seconds. That's it. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way home. Whew. Resting down here. Give those knees a rock from side to side. Little rotations through the spine. Oh gosh, we've got one more round. My arms are getting sore. So long loops if you want to take that load off. But if you've committed to this heavy spring, don't change them now. We just have one round to go. So if you come this far, keep that load on. Like I said, longer loops are just going to take a bit of the tension off if you need to, if you've got that as an option on your reformer. Last time we imprint, press into those straps, lift the legs up to your tabletop position and bring them out to the T and start to sweep to those hips. Adding on that curl. Beautiful. Adding on that left leg, extending. And we repeat, just the left leg goes long and pulls in. Lengthen, draw in, that's it. We're almost there. This is our last round of abs, guys. Stay with me. You curl up a little more. We've got 10 seconds, and then we are holding up to change into our straight leg, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk anymore. Straight leg lift and lowers. Oh, gosh. Let's go for 5, 4, curl up more if you can. 3, 2, hold it here. Open the arms as you lift that leg. Sweep them as you lower. Option to lower and lift the chest. Or you can keep that head down, just working that straight leg, lower and lift. Or for that stronger option, curl up, hold up. That's it. Let's go for 10 seconds. Pull your belly in, curl up more. We've just got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bring it home. Whew. Pop the straps down onto their hooks and windscreen wiper those knees, releasing through the belly, the sides of the body. Oh my goodness. Whew. Calm the systems here. Just have a couple of nice big deep breaths. Slowing the breathing. Controlling the heart rate. Bringing everything back down. All right, are you ready to move on? All right. So we are going to come into our side lying position now. I'm going to keep my springs nice and heavy on that 1.5 springs, one red, one blue, one light, one medium, whatever you've got on. Keep it heavy. In the side lying position, I'm going to grab my ball and place it onto my headrest. Otherwise, pop your headrest up or whatever kind of support you have for your head. And just come down into this side lying position. I might even actually pop my foot bar down a little bit. It doesn't really get in the way, but whoops. Might as well just keep it out of the way there. All right, and from here, just shuffle your bottom all the way to the back of your carriage. Tuck those knees all the way forward in front of your hips. Make that nice 90-degree angle with your legs. Long loop comes all the way, oh, that is heavy, all the way over your leg and in behind your knee here. All right, so we're stacking those knees. Now that spring, oh my gosh, that spring is strong. Okay, so there should be quite a large load on that strap around your knee, okay? Should feel a little heavier than what you're used to. If you're like me and you usually do either one red or one blue, pew, that's heavy. All right, so before we start to move, can you just slide your right hand underneath your waist and lift that waist up so there's a nice little bit of space underneath the side of your body. Keep your hips stacked here and actually place your hand onto your hip just so we can get some feedback as we start moving. All right, and we're going to come into that clam with the knee and the ankle opening at the same time. So we're not just lifting the knee, the whole leg's going to be coming up. So I want you to have your hand on your hip for feedback to make sure that hip stays square. We don't want the hip opening. If our hips had headlights on them, they would be shining straight forward the whole time. So we inhale, squeeze the right glute. Exhale as we press that knee up and keep your carriage still. And inhale as you tap down. Kiss the knees. Exhale, press up. Inhale, tap down. So I am feeling my hip. I am finding my range. I am keeping tension in that strap so my carriage is not moving and squeezing into the right glute. You should be able to feel that tension building really, really quickly here, okay? That underneath leg can stay relaxed. And we are pushing up into that glute as we press the hips forward. Nice. We add on. Let's go. Open the knee. Kick the leg straight forward. Bend it back and tap down. Try keep that carriage still. Open. Kick forward. Bend and tap down. Actively squeeze that right glute. Kick, bend, tap. Press. Kick, bend and tap. That's it. Let's go for 3, for 2. On this next one, we kiss the knees together. This is the last time that knee's coming down. We lift up, extend and sweep towards the end of your reformer. Sweep forward, bend, kick and sweep it back. That's it. Forward, bend, kick and sweep. Now let's get that leg a little bit higher here. I want you to keep it lifted. It's one bend and extend, one sweep back, sweep forward. Can you keep that spine lengthened for me, those hips stacked? You can bring that hand down now if you've found that range through your hip. Make sure that leg is high if you can. Beautiful. All right, starting to feel that right glute really switching on here now. If it wasn't already, you can feel it now. I'm pulling away. Push your bottom back behind you if you've slid forward like me. All right, guys, keep it going. I know that it is starting to burn now, but this is where the magic happens. Can you make sure you've still got that beautiful form for me? Hips stacked, length through the spine, squeezing through that right glute. Sweep back and forward. Countdown is on. We're going to stay here for another 10 seconds, and then we are going to hold that leg forward and just do those kick outs. So kicking straight forward and bending back in. All right, that's in 5, 4, 3, 2. Next time you sweep, that's your last one. Sweep it forward here. Bend and extend that leg. Oh my days. Feeling that right glute on fire. Keep that form here for me. Try to relax that underneath leg and squeeze that top glute here. Let's go for 5, for 4. Stay with me. Do not drop down. We have 3, 2. Hold that leg forward here. Little pulses up and down, up and down. Lift and lower. Hips stay still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Oh, give that bum a rub out. That is insane. Can you bring your leg all the way out of that strap? Let's just roll over onto our backs for a moment and stretch out through that right glute. Just take your right ankle up over the left knee. And if it feels nice for you, you can just draw it into the chest. Just take a nice few deep breaths. Wow. That got crazy quickly. All right, let's come on up off of our backs here. We will take a little intermission before we do the other side. I'm just going to tuck my ball right up here out of the way, and I'm going to flick off that lighter spring. Okay, so just on that one medium spring, my red spring. This is still going to be quite heavy, but we're going to work the arms in our 4-point kneeling position. So keeping that load just a little bit lighter, but still heavy for the movement. So once you get moving, it should feel strong straight away. Otherwise, you are too light with those springs. Make sure your knees are right back underneath the hips and my hands are forward. I have my left hand just to the inside of my left shoulder block and my right hand all the way to the outside here. Reaching down, grabbing onto that short loop, and we come to our chest expansion. So the arm is lengthened down the side of the carriage. I'm going to sweep that straight arm up next to the hip and straight back down. Now pressing that chest up away from your carriage, pulling your belly in, keeping that shoulder down away from your ears, and finding length every time you sweep up. Pull that belly in. Oh, it's getting strong already. That's it. Keep squeezing through the back of the arm as you lift. Like I said, we don't stay here too long, but first we add on. So we're going to sweep up, hold up, bend and extend for one tricep extension, then sweep the straight arm down and back up next to the hip. One bend and extend. Or if this is not hurting you already, load that spring up, all right, because we don't have long and I cannot stay here too much longer. One bend and extend and sweeping down. Let's go for 10 more seconds like this. Can you keep that length through your neck? And then we are holding up but just the triceps in 5, 4, 3, 2, just triceps, bend and extend. You can do it. Oh, I nearly can't. Let's go. Almost there. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Oh my gosh, that's a joke. I'm so sorry. Take a child's pose. Oh my goodness me. Oh, what crazy magic is that? Bring that right shoulder across, give it a little stretch. I am dreading the other side. Can you lift that elbow up overhead and stretch out through the tricep? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can. That was craziness. Let's do it. Let's do it together. I don't know how I'm going to hold myself up here, guys. I hope that you are feeling this like I am right now. Find that 4-point kneel, right hands to the inside of the shoulder block, left hands all the way to the outside of that carriage. Reach down, grab that strap, lengthen down the side of the carriage, and we sweep up to the hips and down next to the side. All right, keep that chest pressing up. Shoulders pulling down, length through the neck here. As you pull your belly in, keep it going here. We want to squeeze the shoulder down away from the ears, and keep that stability through the back here. We're going to add on our tricep extension. It is already here. We sweep up, 1 bend and extend. Take it down and back up. All right, this is where the magic happens. It is burning. You need to push through and stay with me. We've got 10 more seconds here, and then we're holding up for those triceps only. Every time that arm goes long next to your hip, can you squeeze into the back of that arm for me? Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, just the triceps. Bring it up, hold it high. Bend and extend. Ooh. Keep your knees right back underneath your hips. Keep that belly tight. We have 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Oh my gosh. Bring it home. I think I might have overestimated my strength there. Take that left arm across the body. Ooh. And then tricep. Stretch up overhead. All right, let's start to work through the other side, guys. I'm going to pop that extra spring back on. So we've got a red and a blue, or 1.5, whatever your heavier spring was. All right, I am ready for this glute burn to return. I am happy that that arm work is over, that's for sure. I'll take glutes over shoulders and arms any day. Come and lay all the way down. Get yourself comfy. Head resting on the ball. Bottom pulled all the way back behind you, and the knees are tucked all the way forward. That long loop is coming all the way over the leg, in behind the knee. And then we are going to make sure we are lifting the waist and stacking the hips. Keep that underneath leg just as relaxed as possible here, just enough to keep our body in a lovely postural position, laying on our side. Squeeze into that left glute. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've got the shakes. All right, let's go. We want to keep that hip forward as we press that left knee up and squeeze into that left glute. Inhale, tap down, and exhale, lift. Beautiful. So no movement through that hip, but I want you to think about drawing the hip forward as you press that knee up, so we really get that strong squeeze into the side of the glutes. Now, don't let that waist drop down. We want to have a little space underneath us the whole time here. And we just want to kiss those knees together as they come down. Try not to rest them. Exhale, push. Inhale, draw down. Beautiful. We've just got 2 like this. Then we add on in 1. Lift up, kick straight forward, bend and tap. Now, can you try keep that carriage as still as possible? Pressing up, keeping the hips pointed forward, keeping those glutes squeezed. I want you to actively squeeze them to get the absolute most out of every single movement. Second side is hurting more. I don't know about you guys, but my glute is on fire already. We've got 2 more like this, and then that knee stays up forever. In 1, hold it up, kick forward, sweep the leg long towards the end of your carriage, sweep it back forward, 1 bend and extend. Straight leg sweep forward, 1 bend and extend, all control. Can you get that leg up nice and high for me? Check your hips are stacked here. This is where the glute burn really levels up, all right? We have control and strength all working together here. Slow movements, long breaths. Beautiful. All right, we are almost there. 10 more seconds here. Then just those kicks forward with the carriage as still as you can get it. All right, that is in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sweep it forward here, just that bend and extend. All right, our carriage is staying as still as anything. Waist lifted, hips are stacked. Let's go. 5, 4, do not drop down. 3, 2, hold that leg forward, little pulses up. Oh my dear days. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, drop it down. Far out. Take your leg out of that strap. Roll over onto your back. Wowza. You can bring that ball out if you'd like. Lay yourself all the way down. Let's take that glute stretch here. Taking the left ankle up over the right knee. Oh, I can barely stretch out this glute. It's hurting so much. It's over. The good news is it's over. I don't even think that was 45 minutes. Maybe that was 35. Probably better that way with those strong springs on. Give your hips a little rock while you're here. We are going to bring ourselves up off of our back and just sit with our feet on the floor here. Before we continue to move, let's just take a couple of breaths. You're welcome to bring your hand to your heart space and belly if you like, or just rest your hands in your lap. Draw the breath in deep, bring it down to the belly, then the chest, and then let it go. Can you take your feet about hip width apart? Fold yourself over your thighs with your hands on the edge of your carriage. Pressing through the hands, just lift the bottom up and fold forward over your legs here. Nice work. I'm going to bend into my right knee and extend my left arm up to the ceiling. And swap sides. And swapping. One more time. Both hands down to the floor. Soften both of your knees here. We'll take a nice big inhale breath. As you exhale, pull up through the belly and slowly roll up through the spine, restacking your spine one vertebrae at a time. We reach the arms up high at the top. and draw them back down beside you. Oh, we are all done, guys. Thank you for joining me. That was crazy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. Please like this video. Feel free to comment, and I will see you next time. See you later.